everyone, I am back to show you some wigs that I got and some projects that I have ahead. A few things that I have been taking videos of and I just haven't posted yet. I'm hoping to get that up for you soon. There's just a few other things I didn't do in that I really wanted to do. So wig reviews. I am hoping to maybe take down those first ones that I did before I even thought I would make this YouTube channel public and send it to anyone outside of just a few friends to laugh and see some of my wigs that I had. And I didn't realize how terrible the lighting was. The light was just beaming in from outside, and so if you've watched those first few videos, by the time I got to the one with Jamison, I'm like talking to myself and trying to be funny, and it was just ridiculous. So go ahead and laugh at me. I leave that out there, and I know sometimes people are stupid, and I hope to Jesus a meme doesn't come out with me. But once I do make new videos reviewing those, I'll probably take them down and just replace them. Now, I know I've talked about wanting to show wigs in their true form before I do anything to them. Unfortunately, that's still not really going to be the case today, but I can at least show you what I got and how I got it. I am not a licensed cosmetologist, so please don't take whatever I do as the holy grail. I'm just going to show you what I know. I am knowledgeable. I did go to cosmetology school. I'm a beauty school dropout. The only thing stopping me from going back now is that I have a full-time career and I've got children, and I can't dedicate half of my evening to getting hours in at the cosmetology school to get my license. Otherwise I would. So I think that's gonna be like an awesome retirement thing that I would like to look into, just getting licensed and maybe doing hair on the side officially on the books, not just for myself and my family and friends. I'm rambling. Here's where we're at. This wig that Clementine is wearing, and by the way, I am wearing Jamison. I'll go ahead and just show you the inside and everything while we're talking. This is a wig that I showed at the very end of a lace front comparison video recently. I got this wig from Fanny with, my goodness, Pegasus Hair. Pegasus Hair. I will correct myself if that's not right, and no matter what, everything will be linked in the description box. It's a full lace, transparent lace. And I've showed this before when I wore it, and you will see more of this later. At the very end of that lace frontal comparison, I showed you that this, I was able to slide it down towards my forehead. I showed that to Fanny, and I hope that she didn't take it as a bad thing, because actually I really think it's honestly a great thing. I just recently shaved off all of my hair. Not completely bald, I just have very, very short pixie cut. Having extra room in your wig is not a bad thing at all. You can have more room for your hair if you braid it, or if you don't feel like braiding and you just want to ponytail it. Having extra room in your wig is a plus, especially if you know how to, if it's really, really big, if you know how to cut it, or search YouTube. And I have done that before. I will maybe try and do a video on that later, but there are all sorts of awesome videos that helped me when I did that myself. So this wig, the only thing I have done to it was it came to me 6/13, so I have put the toner, I put a toner on this color in order to get it to this beautiful, cool, almost like champagne-ish, ashy color. I did not do a video or anything on that. I am anticipating doing darker roots, almost just like this, only I really think that this might even be a hair too dark for my liking, my pleasins. Maybe like a level lighter than this, but that same cool tone. I don't like auburn, where this one is a bit of an auburn tone. And this is not against Fanny either, because this is exactly what she showed me. And I said, yes, that's perfect, I want it. Because I did. I've covered this before, it's gonna be super easy. The eBay wig, which I do not have right here, but the eBay wig is exactly what I did to this one, only that one came with these auburn colors streaked throughout the hair, and they were kind of chunky, so I had to put a lot more of that cool brown tone in, so it almost made it look like the reverse of this, where it was more of the brown colors with hints of the blonde tapered in. And if I don't have a video, I will go ahead and just insert a picture now so you can visualize what I'm talking about. So that's what I'm gonna do with this hair. This was a 16-inch full lace, as I mentioned. It was 613/6, I believe. Maybe it was 8. I'll confirm and put it in the description. And this hair, I've not done anything besides wash it after I did the toner, so that's why it looks a little wavy. But I am planning on, after I put the brown lights in there, the brown low lights, and change the rooting, I will style it, and then you can see exactly how she looks styled, all that good stuff. Thank you, Fanny. If you're watching this, I really genuinely do love the quality of this hair. The lace is perfection. The baby hairs, I may have said in that video that there were more to my pleasing, but that's what I asked for. I promise everyone watching this, that's exactly what I asked for, because I'd rather have more baby hairs than not enough. I'm terrible at making those things for some reason, so I'd rather be able to get rid of some of them and just cut off some of the extra lace than have to try and recreate something that I'm just not good at. And Fanny's your girl. She will take care of you. She took care of me. Thank you. Now what we have up here next is a bundle purchase. So look at the Facebook groups. Here's another tip. For those of you who are like, I want affordable hair, you have to put a little bit of trust out there. You just have to. And if you don't want to, then you're gonna pay a little bit more. So I meet a lot of people on the Facebook groups that are such great people, and I understand the struggle, especially if you don't have all these funds to be trying out hair and seeing if it works or not. So I get it, the struggle really is real, but just remember that if you're gonna be talking about how you wish you could find affordable hair and you don't wanna pay those big hefty price tags, it's risk. I mean, we can try and help, and there are people who are sharing their stories of vendors that they've purchased from before. Others have had bad experiences. Others might have great experiences. I mean, that's just life in general. My Estetica, brand new, which I pretty much bought it brand new, I just found it from another seller, is like just as much, if not more, than this human hair, long length, which now you can see the color. I mean, I could go on. And I don't mean to rant or be on a soapbox or anything. It's just, I really just wish everybody just realized that we're here to help each other. Nobody, at least that I have talked to, who are just sharing their experiences, are trying to rip anyone off. I'm not a seller, as I've mentioned before, not a seller. I just enjoy hair myself and sharing with others. And at some point, once I've accumulated all of these hairs that I've purchased, I might resell them. But I definitely do not intend on making that a business or doing it regularly. I'm just trying to get hair for myself, just like I did with my synthetics, and then I resell them when I've moved on to something else. So, moving on. If you're trying to find a deal on hair and you're too afraid to buy from a vendor that's overseas, my next tip to you would be Facebook groups. There are so many awesome Facebook groups that are resale, and the reason I like Facebook is because you can go to the person's profile, see if they are a new profile, that would be maybe a shady sign, or if they've been on there a while. In the sale groups, oh hi Alice. In the sale groups, you can even do a search of the user's name to see everything that they've posted in that group. That's one thing I do. If I'm interested in buying from someone that I'm not sure of, or they don't have a profile picture, or I don't notice them in any of my wig groups, so I've not gotten familiar with them yet. What I do is I search the seller's name up there, and I can see how many things they've sold. And then you can also see what else they have for sale. And it just may help you to kind of see if anyone else that you know have purchased from them, and then you could get some feedback that way. Or just to see if they have what they've got for sale. I'm gonna stop rambling. I got this next bundle. I found an awesome deal from a girl who was just frustrated. She had bought some hair, it just didn't work out for her. And just because it didn't work out for her doesn't mean it's not gonna work out for me. It was my thought that I would get these and play with them a little with some color and see what I could do. All of these things I'm gonna show you are human hair. I was super excited to have this in the bundle because even though I have no long hair of my own underneath, I will eventually, I hope, and I might be able to make a topper work, but either way, I was just really interested in them in general, so I'm super excited. It is a silk-based topper. She didn't know where the topper came from, so that's why I'm starting with this one because I'm not going to have details on it, unfortunately. This one here, she also didn't have details on, but it is a full lace wig. She hasn't even cut this off. Transparent lace, not silk base. The next two in this bundle that I purchased, I do know where she got them from, or she told me that she got. This was a Mora mode. I had not heard of them before, but also transparent lace, which she has already cut off. Now it looks like maybe the knots were bleached because it looks a little, which is fine because I'm gonna end up coloring. I don't want it to be this dark anyhow. Mora mode. So far, it looks to be pretty, you know, constructed pretty well. Full lace, no silk top. So I got some bundles here of human hair and then a silk base closure on its own, which is super cool because and it's got transparent lace that's attached to. She said that these were from Hair Everywhere, which again, I hadn't really heard of them either. This is exactly what I was looking for and buying from someone just so I could play around. I love do it yourself, so I just was very interested. So now I have one to play, and it's human hair. So the first thing that I'm going to do, I'm most interested in seeing if I can, the reason I'm wearing Jamison, replicate my Jamison here. And since these are short, I'm not typically a short hair girl, but I do love the Jamison just for going out swimming and stuff like that, just around the house. I'm trying to replace all my synthetic with human hair. So if this goes well, this little girl's gonna be up for sale probably. And I was going to do it with the Mora mode because it just seems like it's thinner in ratio. It seems like it'd be more my style. But because I like it so much more, if I mess it up, I think I'm gonna go with the unnamed wig because it is an unnamed wig and it hasn't had anything done to it. The knots have not been bleached, and that one did look like the knots had been bleached already. So I'm gonna start with this one. And that is what is ahead. So in summary, this one from Fanny and Pegasus Hair, or Pegasus Wigs. This one's gonna be, I guess, a longer version of Jamison, if she turns out well. Then we've got this one, which I am going to do the same thing to, only she will be the shorter version of Jamison and probably have a little bit darker hair, or darker roots and darker low lights. So maybe they will look like, kind of like sisters. One's a little lighter than the other, one's a little bit more crazy and dangerous. The other one's like, no, I'm just good to be good. I'm still talking for some reason. Thank you for the feedback so far. Laugh at my first ones, laugh at these even. Whatever makes you happy at the end of the day. I just hope that someone out there watching, whether you're getting a chuckle or whether you're getting some hints and tips that might help you with something you want to do, I hope you're getting something out of it. I'm just kind of a big hippie at the end of the day, and life is just way too short. Sorry, I had to cut myself off there. And if I just seem a little emotional or maybe going on about some of these things that are going on in the groups, it's just because I have some very close family friends to me that the husband passed away last month. We knew it was happening. I traveled back to where I'm from to go see them, and then we received the news this week that his wife, I mean, they're both younger than my parents' ages. The wife had a brain aneurysm, and she was taken off life support today. So I just really don't like drama in general. I try not to be a pot stirrer myself. All I ever want to do with these videos is help other people, because I feel like the groups and the videos that I found myself have helped me. So I'm really not trying to take sides with anything. I'm just trying to take the side of life is way too short. I appreciate you. I hope you appreciate me. And if not, I hope you're at least getting something out of this that helps you to have a better day. And I just wish everyone would realize that we're here to help each other instead of push others down. Sisterhood. Thank you. Again, as always, I genuinely appreciate all the kind words and everything that those of you have shared with me, and any feedback that you have, I'm always open to.